just like you have for weeks prior, but you also know that it's a very good team. There's challenges across the board, and so you got to go out there and lay it on the line. You think about the games that have been played against Penn State going back. Even before I got here, always great games that go back and forth. But you prepare for every scenario that could come up, and that's our job during the week is to prepare the best we can. It's like a test, and then you find out how you do on Saturday.
Yeah, you got to be on your P's and Q's on Saturday more so than regular, or is it?
Certainly when you play really good teams, like we have in the past, you got to every play counts. Every play matters. The margin of error, as you know, is very tight.
One question, everyone. Tony Girdman, Buckeye Huddle.
Brian, I don't know how much you can share. Your conversations with Tyreek over the offseason,
Yep.
What were those like? And did you see a light go on for him or something?
Well, I think for Tyreek going into year 3, like a lot of our guys, you want to start taking on a more of a lion's share of the reps. He's done that, and he's had more of an impact this season than he has in the past. And but again, in games like this is where our really good players and great players have to play that way.
Bill Landis, Rivals the podcast. Now, right. Folks, we do have other players. Cody Simon and Xavier are here as well.
Was there any commonality last week with the delay of game penalties and anything you're looking at to get fixed with those?
No. One of them, we had Xavier in there at tailback. He was running a protection that he really wasn't that familiar with because we were in a tough spot and we were having a hard time identifying protection. And so we put Xavier in there, and that's what that was. And the second one was a punt that, right around the 40-yard line. We weren't exactly sure on the look. And anytime we say, hey, listen, we'll take a 5-yard penalty there, especially in a poof situation. So, when there's a delay game, I put it on myself, but those are situations there.
Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
Ryan, last time you were in a kind of talent equation matchup and an opponent took Marvin away, you still had Emeka there. If you can't go on Saturday, what does that mean for Kyle as far as how he needs to be processing the options at that point?
Well, our guys, are working hard to get back to the game, and we're hopeful that's going to happen. So, but we have a lot of weapons, and that's one of the things that we talk about in the preseason is how we're going to spread the ball around. Well, I think we're in a game now, and whether it's tight end, running back, or receiver, we're going to need all these guys to step up. They're all going to have opportunities, but that's where depth comes in, and that's why we have to have weapons across the field.
Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Ryan, a close game. Where's Jaden Fielding's range at all for field goals?
That just depends on the wind. Yeah, I think he made one from 60 today. It was a pretty strong wind behind him, but so it just depends on the wind. But he's got a strong leg.
Andy Backstrom, Letterman Row.
Ryan, with Penn State ranking near the top of the country in time possession, is there an urgency to kind of dictate pace of play in this game rather than letting them play too?
Yeah, we always want to dictate the pace of play for sure. But they've done a great job of that. So yeah, winning first down is critically important. On both sides of the ball. Whether it's staying on schedule to stay in third manageable situations, or on the other side of the ball to force the other team into a third long situation. But yeah, and that comes with winning first down and stopping the run. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to establish that, and they've done a nice job of that this year. They have big, strong offensive line, good running backs, good tight ends. So we know the challenge that's ahead of us, and yeah, this is something that we got to do a good job with.
Cameron Teague Robinson, The Athletic.
Ryan, kind of off that, Penn State's defensive line generates a lot of pressure. Yeah. They'll blitz, but even then they get just so much pressure from their blitzes. How do you balance the idea of being efficient offensively and staying ahead of the sticks, but also knowing that sometimes to make up some of the negative plays, you have to be explosive as well?
Yeah. It all works together, like you're saying. But yeah, they're very disruptive up front and do a really good job. So, we got to have a plan for that and the way to attack. But it's all three levels. They have good players, so it's not like we can just focus on one area. And but we're always looking to be explosive. That's an important part of our game. So we know this is Notre Dame had a really good defense. They did, and a little different style of defense here, but statistically, this is the best defense in the country right now. So we know we got a really good challenge ahead of us. They're well coached. They got a good plan. They've got them playing sound right now, and so we got to be on our game.
Clay Hall, WSYX.
Ryan, is this as good a defense as you've faced since you've been here?
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell when you're halfway through the season, but just as good as every Penn State defense we've seen. They're always good, and this is no different. Again, players at all levels, well coached, play really fast, disruptive. So, we're working hard this week to replicate that in practice and attack. Anytime you play Penn State, this is certainly what you're going to get. And, we're excited for the challenge. Our guys have responded well to practice this week. Our guys love playing in big games like this. So, we're excited, but very, very talented in all three levels, like I said.
Austin Ward, Rivals the podcast.
If Denzel can't go, how much more of a role do you think that would be for Jermaine?
You saw him play last week, and he's done a nice job when he stepped in there. He's certainly aggressive, and he's somebody who doesn't shy away from competition. He's very competitive, and so if need be, he's somebody that we have confidence putting in the game. We see it in practice. He goes against really good receivers every day in practice, and he's shown that he can cover our guys. So that in and of itself should give him enough confidence to say I can go play in a game, and certainly the coaches believe that he can do it.
Doug Maurice, Kings of Columbus.
Similar question, if Mecca is limited in any way, a guy like Carnell, we saw him with a big opportunity to make a big play. Has he advanced to the point where he could be ready for a role in a game like this?
Carnell needs to be ready to go. A bunch of our guys, I've had good weeks of practice, and Carnell has continued to prove that he deserves to play. This goes back to the preseason, and you're seeing it. You saw him make a couple nice catches there in the game last week. You've seen it a couple weeks before in the touchdown catch, and he continues to impress. So it's about that time when you think about some of the freshmen who have made it. As a freshman, it usually right around the middle of the season, end of the season, when they really start coming on. So that time frame is about right here for Carnell. So we have confidence to put him in the game.
Last two, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Brian, I know you're not thinking about anything but this game, but next year, the 12-team playoff, there's not going to be the urgency, like a must-win situation. How special is this game? It's not necessarily a must-win, you have Michigan, but it's hugely important. How much do you appreciate this? Could have lasted about kind of a breather, right?
I don't know if I'd appreciate,
okay.
It's every week. You have to bring it every week, and that's what's great about college football, the way it's structured now. It is going to be different moving forward. Good or bad, it doesn't really matter. I just think that, like you said, it'll be different. And so the games don't get any bigger than this.
And final question, Andrew Gillis, Cleveland.com.
Brian, this is obviously a big weekend in terms of the visitor list for recruits. How big of a weekend can this be for recruits to see the whole atmosphere and kind of get in here? And what does that mean to the whole operation?
Yeah, huge. Guys have had this circled for a while. When are you coming to visit? We'll be there for the Penn State game. That's been going on for the last couple of months. And we'll have big numbers here. And it's a great opportunity for families and recruits to see the atmosphere for a big game. You'll have so many people here, and certainly all the media outlets, and noon kickoff in the shoe. It's going to be rocking. And so we just say all the time, do you picture yourself playing in this type of environment? And what you do is you find guys who want to play in this environment, want to play in these types of games.
Great. Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Anything you can say about the injuries?
Nope.
You always ask.
Gotta ask.
You can always ask.
8 a.m. tomorrow.
Gotta ask.
We got David
in my mind.
and Donovan. All right, folks, we have Tyleek Williams here.
Tyler, did you practice with the DBs at all this week?
No, nah, not yet. I will eventually. Come on, bro.
Tyleek Davison just said you're part of BIA, 4 pass breakups. How does that feel?
Feels amazing to be a part of 2 groups. Take great pride in my DB skills, so showing up now.
Tyleek, you got some mid-season All-American recognition this week. Just what does that mean to you?
It's a great award. I'm not really worried about it right now. I'm just trying to get to Saturday and get ready for a big game.
Did you expect that coming in this year, though, that you could perform at that level?
I mean, I know I'm capable of it, but I got to go out and show it. I guess it's showing up now, but, you know, it's room to improve.
When you watch the tape, what stands out about this Penn State offensive line?
They work good together. They're real big. You know, I don't think there's any real fishes on the line. They're all good. They work together.
And then what about that running back duo that they have?
Yeah, they're 2 explosive running backs. We got to get them on the ground. No broken tackles. They will create big plays out of them.
When your team comes in with those kind of running backs, how does it change sort of your game to a certain extent, being aware of those guys along with just getting up the field? You understand what I'm saying?
You just got to know where they're at all times and just never let them be free because they will expose you.
What has changed about you? Is it just you have more endurance? What is going on this year with you from the standpoint of the plays you're making, the efforts you're showing out here?
I think I'm just working harder in practice and in the game. I think I took some breaks last year, but I got a bigger role this year, so I got to show up.
Yeah. Did you tell yourself that? Did other people tell you, boy, you could really be something if you do this, this, and this? How did that come about?
I mean, you always hear it around, but I know what I'm capable of, and I just had to show it. Just got to work hard. It's just instincts. When I think the ball is coming out, I just put my hands up, try to block his view.
Have you always been good at that?
I think so. I think I had a couple over my years here.
But never forward.
Nah, not for it.
Is there a knack to it? Meaning getting in his view? I mean, is there a knack to getting in position for him?
Yeah, I try to position myself where he's like looking and just try to block his view as much as I can.
What did it mean to you to make the last tackle in that Notre Dame game? I mean, chasing it, you end up, I think it was hard, but I forget what it was, but you end up at the end of that wild play, in on the tackle. What did that mean to you?
I mean, it felt good to end the game. JT, Jack, they were in with me, so I credit them to stopping it. I just showed up and tried to help.
I think your boy has a question over here.
On this deflection, you show you have a little bit of bounce, but we step on the court. You think you can dunk the ball? What's the best dunk?
I can dunk. I actually can. I got videos.
What's the best dunk you can do?
Just a one hand, just something basic. If I try, something else like windmill or something.
How does a man who's, 300 pounds, and everybody who talks about you says you're athletic and twitchy, how do you move that quickly?
I've been like this my whole life. I gained a lot of weight. And if you look up, in high school, I was like 270. And COVID hit, I had gained a lot of weight, but I always had the quick feet.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you got quit.
Yeah, I've had it my whole life. It's just showing up now.
You gained a lot of weight. Did you have to reshape the weight? What would you have to do since then?
What you mean?
Meaning, you gained a lot of weight during COVID, which I don't know what that means. It means you're eating a lot more.
Yeah, I
Where did
didn't.
it come from, and then did you have to kind of reshape the weight?
Yeah, I didn't work out for a long period of time. I was just eating, so it just kept gaining. And then I started working out, and I was pretty big. I had to cut it down.
Tyleek, I asked Davison about your past breakups. He said you're an honorary member of BIA. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate the award, and hopefully I can get some more. Probably lead the team.
Losing a lot of steam.
Shit,
Last question right here.
With Coach Day, he's kind of been a little more fiery this year, and he said that's kind of intentional. Coach Knowles said kind of the same thing, that different teams need to be coached differently. Have you noticed a difference with the years that you've been here in the coaches?
I definitely think they're more hyped up now. I think that's what we need as players. We need a fiery coach. We don't need a calm coach. We need a coach screaming. And I think it gets us going.
Do you think the team responds better to this year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Tyleek, thank you so much.
Yep.
All right, Charlie. Hey, Clay. Where are you guys going?
Well, we wanted to get out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
It's 9 o'clock here, Dwayne. He's still here. Jared writing a book? Just finished. Caden Kyle. Not really. Yeah, the other people in the department would handle all their setup. Last thing he did was look back and saw me.
Yeah, today was one of those days where I don't blame your dad for getting out of that.
Okay, there was just too much moisture in the beans today to harvest them. That's what I learned.
What happened there?
Got Cade Stover at the middle 20, folks.
Hey, did you get a combine out of the NIL deal? I was talking to Gene one day. He goes, think about that.
You talking who?
Gene Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I told my dad, my John Deere dad.
Yeah.
He goes, what color he has on that farm? I said, they're coming around.
They're green now.
You're green now?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll be glad to hear that.
Saw you hauling in some one-handed fades out there. Is that just adding to your catch package there, your catch radius, working on that?
No, I get yelled at for doing that. I try and catch with two hands.
You talked about this a couple weeks ago, Coach Day being a little more fiery, a little more animated. He said yesterday this is a team that likes and wants to be coached hard. Is that something that's a little new this season? And is
Yeah.
that just the personality of the team, or what's going on?
I think he's done a really, really good job at really giving us a good model, role model to follow after, and give us somebody to look up to and know that he's going to have our back like we have his.
That was a big hug at Notre Dame. That was a meaningful hug. What did you draw from that?
I just feel like we've been through a lot together. I feel like we share a lot of the same characteristics mentally wise, and that just before that game, we just I said to him and we said to each other like, hey, like, we got your back here. So after that happened, really felt like that came true.
Kind of feels like, well, he knew when he took the job. It's like, you know, Urban said, and maybe Gene too, you can't lose. You have to win every game. It's hard to breathe here. It
Right.
feels like for a coach. Do you feel that as well?
Yeah.
For him?
Yeah. I think we feel as players, and I think for him especially, that guy comes in every day with, I mean, that guy's ready to work. You couldn't ask for somebody better to follow or somebody better to have at the helm of this operation.
Gabe, not to take away what you've done this year, but is it kind of exceeding your expectations of the amount that you're getting thrown to and the level that you're putting out up to this point?
I have no clue to answer that question, to be honest with you. Like I said before, I'm just happy to take what I can get here, and the ball comes my way. I just want to make the plays and do something with it. And
how much does your dedication to blocking, that craft of blocking, how much does that help in the passing game and your ability to get open?
I think it goes hand in hand. I think being able to do everything out there and being a complete tight end helps the team more than it helps anybody else. And we're just looking our way in that pass option too, and some situations. So hopefully keep that going.
Thanks, Gabe.
Okay, Gabe, thank you so much. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, 3 minutes and done. That's gotta be a record.
Clicks. God, we're after clicks here. Can you help me out a little bit?
That's it for here, guys. Yep.
we're done here.